Hey folks, ET here coming at you with the pre-market prep. So let's get to it. Happy FOMC day. So that's what I like to call it at least. So today will be a volatile day, so be very careful in everything that you be sure. I'll just go ahead and give a couple rules of mine before we get started, which is I try to get my trading done before the big announcement, before the Papa Pal presser, and then I just kind of sit back and watch the data unfold and see if anything presents itself. We will see some breadcrumbs probably. Good example would be if we are going one direction and another direction is holding up. So let's say we see a ton of puts on the board like we saw yesterday and price continues to go up and those puts never give way, then expectation would be that we might see a drop at some point, either during the rate announcement or the Papa Pal presser, things like that. You'll want to keep an eye on your 0-day gamma as well to see if there are any huge pulls that aren't given away. Most likely, what we'll see, though, is a lot of positioning across the board all the way up to 570, probably down to like 550 or something. They'll probably open up that whale range a little bit as we go. Also, okay, let's jump into everything now. We did have a red DEX yesterday. Bearish flow we had all day, and we dipped for a good portion of the day with nice little bounces at the bottom of our gamma range. Moving along to our daily customer sentiment, we will draw our whale targets as usual. So customer sentiment slipped a little bit. We went from way by the dip all the way down to just slightly by that dip mode. So if we keep waning down, expect some more downside. Whale targets remain the same. 550 to 570, still a very nice range if we trade in between all of it. That is no sweat there. Jumping into our dark pools, largest ag is now down here at 562.21. Very interesting to see that we are that far away from price at the moment. In fact, let me go ahead and check the dark pools real quick. Up here for our SIG prints, 27 at 566.8 and 1 at 558.1. So mark these on your charts. Remember, do not worry about bull bear. Just use them as important points of price contention. So 27 is quite a few, so make sure you mark those. Use them as support resistance, please. Jumping into our gamma, I will show. Let's go ahead and take a look at our whale targets here as we move along. So we're starting to see some pulls down here towards 550. It has been digging in the entire time. This is our aggregate, by the way. You can sort by expiration here, but I want to look at these for FOMC day to see what we're looking at. So 555, 550 are digging in a little bit, especially 550. And then we have a little bit of an uptick here, just very slightly in 570. Remember, if we are below if we are below a price or above a price, and that level is above us, then that would be somewhat supportive. So 540 is showing supportive, 560 is showing somewhat supportive, and then we have a 530 here. We're not going to worry about that right now. It is pretty even for the moment, so not concerned about that low if we see a huge dip or anything from there. Now we're going to jump into our gamma. And I will say there is a video on this on the YouTube to help explain it. I would say go ahead and watch that because a lot of us use that in the Discord all day long. Jumping into our gamma, we're at about 562 in the pre-market session. So let's see where we are in comparison to that. So we're right around here, actually, in the pre-market session. Just a little bit of a run-up, only about $1.50. So we're kind of in between these levels right here. What we don't want to see today, if we're looking at the ag, is a range between 560 and 565. That would suck. That's a very tight range. There's a lot of positive gamma overhead, okay? So to get past all of this, if we're just looking at the ag, would require a lot of repels upwards, that gamma ramp we talk about as we get up into that spot right there. 574 is our biggest pull. Next ones are down here a little bit below price at 558 and 550. Let's check today's expiry, though, and see where we're at. 319. So not a whole lot of difference. We're looking at 560 here. We're above that. We're right around here on this repel. Still a ton of repels upwards. Doesn't mean we can't do it. We could do all of this in one candle if the reaction to whatever Powell says or what the right decision is great. We could do one candle, just boom, 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 all the way up. We've seen it before. Still a lot of positive gamma. 570 is the biggest pull, so no shocker if we find a way to get to that. If we break 560, very thin on the downside to 553, plain and simple. So really, We need to hold 560 for any upside, and we do have some points of contention that are rough up here, but that does not mean that we cannot handle it. Biggest pulls are 570, 563, which is right around where we're sitting right now, and then down here into our 559. So the easiest look that we have is we really need to hold 560 for the day. If not, it gets thin to the downside. If we can and we remain above that, no matter what reaction, we do have some room up. Let's hope for no chop. This was a little bit longer today, but I wanted to explain a few things and talk you through what my methods are for these days. No reason to burn an account up. Sometimes these binary events can absolutely destroy you or make you as well, but give you some overconfidence. And I also kind of want to talk about this whale target here, the whale positioning as we went along, so everybody could have a good idea of what was showing for the downside and the upside. All right, that is all for now. Everybody have a good day. Stay safe out there and go get that Oprah money.